The first thing that I would say is don't feel that you've lost all hope. The fact is, we do care about you. Everyone in uniform, everyone out of uniform. It's a ton of people that would be absolutely devastated if you made the decision to end your life.
Well, it really has a ripple effect. So when we have an unfortunate completed suicide, what happens is that ripples out, and it takes a while for units to bounce back from that. And it takes away from certain things like training and the focus that our soldiers need every day to complete their missions.
One thing that I like to do at a lot of the different training events and briefings where a lot of soldiers get together, I always challenge the leaders to become aware, to learn all of the programs that are available to our soldiers. All it takes is one person to connect the soldier that needs help with the right resource, the one that they can understand, that they can accept, that they can connect with, to help save a life.
The biggest tip that I can give to first-line leaders is to develop those interpersonal relationships with those individuals for whom you have a responsibility for. If you don't know your soldiers, you don't know whether or not there's a change in any of their behavior. The best way to prevent suicide is to make sure that we've developed those interpersonal relationships so that we can acknowledge and recognize those changes in patterns and behavior.
There's also more advanced training for the suicide intervention officers, who are really the first line of suicide prevention besides the fellow soldiers that people have. Those are the main types of training that we do. And then, of course, there's a lot of behavioral health resources in the state, not just within the Mass National Guard, but in the civilian community as well.
If a soldier is in need, they can pick up the phone, they can call anybody who's an SIO who's been assist trained, and we can implement safety measures and come up with a plan for that soldier by understanding what it is they're going through.
One of the most difficult things for folks is to come forward that initial time and raise their hand and say, I'm struggling. And what we want to say is we recognize that you're struggling, and we want to help you through whatever is going on for you in your life at this time.
Find that turning point with that soldier or that airman to figure out what they still have that's a life connection to hope. Going through the assist training, the SIO assist training, you realize and you learn that the hardest thing to ask a person at risk of suicide is if they are thinking of suiciding. And just having somebody ask them that is a relief off their chest.
Sometimes it's some of those smaller issues that build up that lead an individual to feel like suicide is an option. And so we want to make sure that we recognize that option, but also look at some of the alternatives for them, for their families, for their loved ones.
They can use the Massachusetts Army National Guard application on their smartphone, whether it's for Android or iPhone, and they can get a hold of behavioral health, the suicide intervention office, just by a push of a button on a cell phone application.
You can reach our on-call provider at 774-286-1393. During the duty day, our office line is 339-202-4034.
And for the leaders out there, I'm challenging you. It's your responsibility to take care of your soldiers, and what I mean by that is you got to be aware of what they're struggling with. There are warning signs out there, so it's incumbent upon all leaders at all levels to understand and know what those warning signs are, and keep an eye on their people so that they can get them the help they need as soon as possible.
Hello, I'm Major General Gary Keefe, Adjutant General of the Massachusetts National Guard. September is Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. This is a chance to remind ourselves of the problem that is affecting many soldiers, airmen, and their families. It is critical for us as service members to watch out for each other. If you or someone you know is in imminent crisis, immediately call 911. If you are struggling, talk to someone. Reach out to a fellow battle buddy, wingman, family member, chaplain, behavioral health clinic, or call the Massachusetts Hotline at 1-855-620-2727. You are not alone, and we're here to help. No matter how negative it seems, the fact that you are seeking help is a positive sign. You can get out of this crisis and take advantage of the resources available. I value the service and commitment that every soldier, airman, and civilian give every day to the great Commonwealth, nation, and the Massachusetts National Guard. We need to take care of each other because one suicide is one too many. Thank you.